Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. I'm live. This is fun. This is really cool. So I'm on Zoom. I have my morning Zoom class. Hi, morning Zoom class. How you doing, you guys? So this is my morning class with my Fine Arts Academy. Yay! It's Friday, and I haven't had time to do my Zooming with my Facebook group and my YouTube group and my Instagram group. So you know what? I thought I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to draw this, and this is so fun, you guys. Hey, Melody, do you see it? Thumbs up. Do you see it on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube? Now I know the Instagram one's not going to sound very good. Hi, Sarah. We have Sarah on Instagram right now. I don't know if we have anybody on the. Hey, we have Richard on YouTube. So good to see you guys today. Today I wanted to, you know what? Today at 3 o'clock I'm getting the first 1,000 of my books. My You Can Draw in 30 Seconds book. Isn't that exciting? So if you guys are waiting for your You Can Draw in 30 Seconds book, the wait is almost over, you guys. The wait is almost over. Can you believe it? So I'm so excited. So let's get. We're gonna. Hi Donna on Facebook. Good to see you. I know. Look at this. It's 10:20 in the morning. Thank you guys for your patience in my Zoom classes. I have Melody and Ellie, Jen on my Zoom class, and I have Dylan and Oliver this morning, and I have Caitlin. Good to see you guys. And then we have our Patrick, and we have Donovan with us this morning on Facebook, and we have on Instagram. We have John Kim on Instagram. Hi. And we have Loves on Instagram. We have Richard. Hi. I'm so glad you guys are with us. And on YouTube, I wonder who we have on YouTube. Oh, here we go. Here's YouTube. Oh, look at, we have Pencil Power Drawer on YouTube. We have Kawaii Fish. Great. All right, really cool, you guys. Well, today, why don't you want to start the recording? Let's start that recording real quick. All right, we are recording. This is our Fine Arts Academy. Welcome, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our. This is our Friday edition. This is week number 23. Am I right, you guys? Melody and Caitlin, 23. Week number 23 of 41 weeks. The school year of 2020 and 2021. We have, oh my goodness, almost 20 weeks left. Can you believe we're more than halfway through the school year with our daily Zooms? We have some special guests today on this lesson. I invited my guest on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram to come on here. So good to see you guys. Thank you for coming on so early in the morning across the country and around the world to draw with us. So today at 3 o'clock, I'm getting delivered my You Can Draw in 30 Seconds book. I'm so excited about this, you guys, and I'll tell you more and more about this as we go. All right. I hope you all have your copy of You Can Draw in 30 Days book. That's a wonderful book. Now, what I'm going to do today is I was looking through some of my past students' work. I love this character. This is a lesson that I drew. And then this is one of my students' drawings. It's called Bob's Ears. And this, they didn't put their name on here. This was one of my students' work. I just love this, the idea of Bob's Ears. Bob is a character that I created as a salute to my students who created the characters of Shrek and who directed the movie Shrek and Shrek 2 and Shrek 3 and Shrek 17. And look at these different versions. So we did the Shrek's cousin Bob. And look at, see how these students did different variations. So we're gonna draw some cool variations of Bob. Look at these. Look at this one. Look at with Bob's ears going crazy. Look at this one with, oh, this is cool with the Bob's ears. So today we're gonna draw some variations of Bob's ears. Look at this one. See the different. Just look at all these different students. This is from Asher from 2008. She drew Bob's ears with space verbals coming out. Look at this one. Isn't that fun? And then look at this one from Bob's ears, turn it into an ocean scene. So just so many different ideas. So let's have some fun. I just love collecting these drawings. So if ever you mail me drawings, I always save them I have a big folder of all these years, and I have just folders upon folders of cool students' work. So yeah, those are Bob's ears are cool. So let's do some variations of Bob's ears. Put a dot in the middle of your paper and draw 4 squares. Put a dot in the middle of your paper and draw 4 squares. Draw 4 territories here. Draw 4 territories. Now, quick question, you guys. Quick question. Next Monday at 6:30, before I start drawing the Bob, I want to remind you guys, Monday at 6:30, I'm going to write it right up here. This Monday at 6:30 live on YouTube and Facebook at Central Time, we're doing our live episode 9, Monday at 6:30. I'm going to zoom this camera in up here so you can see it. Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're doing our live NASA Draw Artemis, and we just had a 1-hour rehearsal. I'm so excited about it. We had our 1-hour rehearsal this morning with our robotics engineer. We're going to be drawing the lunar terrain vehicle. Now we've done the live NASA Draw Artemis series, and it's live on YouTube and Facebook, and we have a NASA engineer, a NASA scientist, NASA artist, and a NASA educator, and me, and we have Joe Waz coming on, Draw Artemis live, okay? And it's gonna be so cool. Now I'll just show you real quick. We're gonna get to our drawing of the Bob's ears in just a second, but I want to show you just some of these. Here's our past episodes, what we've done. Now this Lucian's our engineer guest from NASA coming Monday. Here's some of our past episodes. We drew this was one episode. We drew the Gateways satellite, the orbiting moon space station around the moon, and this is where the Orion craft docks, and they use this as their way station before they go and explore the moon. We drew the lunar explorer, the suit they wear on the moon. We drew the crawler, the NASA crawler they put the rocket on. We drew the big tower. That was one episode. That was the launch tower. We drew the Orion crew survival suit. That's what they wear in their Orion. Here's the actual Orion capsule. We did that on one episode. And then one of our episodes, we did the SLS rocket. You see that? We did the SLS rocket taking off. And that just is so cool. And then one of the episodes was, remember we had Alvin, astronaut Alvin from the space station, NASA astronaut, and we did our moon kit. Remember that episode? And my kit was going to be bringing a bagel toaster to the moon, and we had just so much fun. We had the real astronaut Alvin as our guest. That was so cool. So this Monday, I hope you join us. This Monday we have a whole nother episode. Raise your hand if you think you're going to come to our episode. Anybody gonna join us? If you are, let me know. I'd love to have you here. Oops. Oh, look at you guys. That's great. All right. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing here. All right. I'm going to get this closer so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. I am going to get this a little bit better for you guys on YouTube. All right. Let's zoom in now. Square number 1. Here we go. I'm going to draw Bob's. There's Bob's body. And this, by drawing Bob down low like this, I'm going to draw Bob's ears. I'm going to actually draw a little line right here because I'm going to draw Bob's eyes tucked inside here. So I'm going to put this fur. And Bob is going to be Shrek's cousin. This is a salute to my students who really took off with their talent and their skill. So I'm going to tuck Bob's eyes back here. They're overlapping, you see. I'm tucking one back behind the other. That's called overlapping. That's one of those 12 Renaissance words. And if you learn those 12 words, you can draw anything, anything, anything in 3D. And overlapping, overlapping is one of those words. All right, so you learn those words and you can draw in 3D. And then I'm going to put some fur. This is the texture back here. The texture helps make the drawing really cool. Let's put some texture. Now, I think we'll have Bob looking over his shoulder over this direction because we'll draw another Bob variation. We're going to draw 4 Bob variations. It's going to be really cool. Now, for you guys on social media, on Facebook and YouTube and on Instagram, we'll do this first one for you guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and then we'll close off our social media and we'll continue with our class, with the Zoom class. Okay, hey, for all my Zoom kids out there, Caitlin and Melody and Dylan and Oliver and Ellie, how are you guys doing? Give me a thumbs up. You guys with me? Good job. I see you're texting. So here's Bob, and I'm going to put Bob's 2 ears. Look, I'm going to put a line right here, a little line here. We're going to tuck his ears back behind here. Now, Shrek, the reason I developed this, I just love Shrek's they kind of like those little tube ears that he has. And so that gave me the inspiration to draw this guy. So I'm going to put 2 little ears. There's one, he's a foreshortened circle. Remember, foreshortening is squishing a circle to make it look 3D. Squish and distort. And see, that's a foreshortened circle. Does that make sense right there? That's a foreshortened circle. And if you look at the eyes of the minion here, see the eyes of the minion? That's a circle. But if I tilt, the minion is my favorite character. I love the minion. Many of my students worked on that movie Despicable Me, many of my alumni students, and they went on and they're the ones who created it. Now watch this. I just love that some of my students worked on that movie. The eyes are circles. Now as they turn away from you, they become squished, see? They become foreshortened circles. You see that? Foreshortening. Isn't that cool? So let's use that again. Let's use that squish. I'm going to draw another ear over here. These are 2 Bob's ears here. And then take your pencil and draw a foreshortened circle. I'm going to go and darken these in. There's Bob's. There's one, his right ear, or left for us, looking at it. And then here's his other ear. And put that texture down at the bottom. I just love taking our imagination. And sorry about that, YouTube. I should have blocked my phone calls from calls coming in. Sorry about that. I'm using all the phones I have available to make this work. I love it. Let's move this over so you can see a little bit better. Wonderful. You guys can see it. So there's 2. And let's take your eraser. Erase where the lines are overlapping. Isn't this a wonderful start? Now we're going to shade it to make it look 3D. So I'll have the light coming from over on this. I usually put the light source coming from the top right. Now, most artists have their light coming from the top left, but I come from the school of thought, that the school of thinking of the light over here. I march to the beat of a different shader. Is that right? So the sun's up here, so I'm going to shade opposite down here. I'm going to shade opposite. Isn't that fun? Now the sun's up here, I'm going to shade over here. Little light. Look, it's dark here and it gets light as it comes across. Lights up here, shade down the side. Shade down the side and it's lighter. And it gets lighter inside. Look at that. That shading is fun. Remember we were studying the texture of parts. Remember that? And using the shading. I'm going to use that squiggle shading that Ted Arnold used in Parts. I just love what he did. I loved how he took that shading. I'm going to zoom that in so you can see it even better here. You see what I'm doing? I'm using a light squiggle shading on the shadow. Using a light squiggle shading on the shadow. Isn't that cool? You can see what I'm doing here. I'll pull it back just a little bit. Just a little bit here. Looking good, you guys. All right, well, here's what we did last few days during our Fine Arts Academy. I zoomed in the wrong way on that one. I wanted to show you the drawing. Here, let me show you these. We were studying Ted Arnold, the texture. Now, he wrote this book. Sometimes we'll take an artist that I love, like Ted Arnold. He wrote this book called Parts, okay? Ted Arnold. He's an amazing artist. I love his technique. And the important thing is if you zoom in and look at his shading, look at that technique. See the scribble shading? Listen, you can open up to any page in the book, and you can see that wonderful squiggle shading. Let me see if I can zoom in even more so you guys can see it. Can you see that wonderful technique? That squiggling technique? I'm going to see if I can zoom in even more on that. You see that? I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love that scribble technique, and he does that for all of his pictures. His pictures are just delightful. Look at this. Look at the drawings. They're wonderful. Oh no. We should do this one with his eyeballs popping out. So we did a study, and here's some of the pictures we did. We drew, we drew the guys, Ted Arnold's, the little boy sitting on the wall with his shoes, and we drew his hand holding a handful of fluff. We studied that. We drew the picture of him finding, oh no, the piece of my skin on my toe came off. All my skin's gonna come off. And we drew a hose. We did little details, studying little details. Here he is. Here's we did a study of the little character finding a little fluff in his. Let's see here. I wonder why oh, there it is. It's still on. Cool. Oh, I see, the poor connection came on. All right, back to you guys. Now, see this? We did. We studied. Oh no, he's losing his hair. A few hair came out, and he thought he was losing his hair. He found a little puff in his belly button. This was a little detail of one of the characters. And then we did little details. We took little tiny details from the book, like a little shovel in the sand, a little dinosaur, the little barn, little sheep on top of the barn, little chickens, little toy chickens with the little plastic platforms, and with the little toy horse. That's really cool. It's really fun to take books of other artists' work. Now, I love using, of course, Ted Arnold, Charles Schulz, the Snoopy and Peanuts characters, and Dr. Seuss, all his books, Lynn Johnston, all of her books, Susie Spafford, all her books. And I love studying other artists' work. So let's do one little more detail on this guy. It's just exactly what you're doing with me. You're practicing, copying, and studying my style so that you can develop your own style. You're going to develop your own style, you guys, because you guys are total geniuses. You are such a genius. You are so smart. You guys are geniuses times two. You guys are geniuses times. You guys, look at this. You're geniuses times two. You guys are awesome. Here, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up for being a genius here. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Thumbs up for being a genius, you guys. Look at, you're all crowding to the drawing lesson. Hurry up. We got to get to the drawing lesson. Hurry up. We're getting to the drawing lesson. Here, take your finger, push the tip of your nose. Push the tip of your nose, you little geniuses. Push the tip of your nose, your brilliant button. And now don't worry about if your drawing is perfect or not, okay? You guys, you have the license to flop. You can make mistakes on your drawing. You have to fail to succeed. You have to fail to succeed. So you have a license to flop. Give yourself the permission to try these drawings. Just try them out. So I have an idea. Put some extra ears. Take your finger and say, aha. Take your finger and say, aha. Let's put some extra ears up here. I'm going to draw a foreshortened circle. If 2 ears are good, then 4 ears are even better. I'm going to put another foreshortened circle up here. Look at that. If 2 ears are cool, 4 ears are even better. Isn't that funny? Isn't that cool? If 2 ears are good and 4 ears are even better. And I'm going to pull this out, see if I can get this picture looking even better for you guys out there on on Instagram. It's a challenge. I'm trying to get this so it's even a better image for you guys on Instagram. All right, good job. So let's add some shading here on these ones. You have to put some scribble shading. Scribble, scribble, scribble. I'm so excited that we tried this experiment to bring in you guests for the first part of our Zoom drawing lesson with my Zoom class for the first drawing of the 4 drawings. We're gonna do 3 more drawings with my Zoom class, but this is where I'll say goodbye to all my guests on social media. We're gonna do the rest of these 4. If you guys are ever interested in drawing with me for the whole series, join my Fine Arts Academy. It's such a cool thing. We come from my website Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday live. Now, if you can't come every day live, you can join draw3d.com, and draw3d.com. You guys can come live. Oops, that's my assembly one. I'm holding up the wrong. I'm holding up the wrong one. I'm trying to find the. Where's my Mighty Mondays? Here it is. On Mighty Mondays, we go live on Mondays. Now, Mighty Mondays, this Monday, we're doing our NASA, How to Draw NASA special. And then the Draw Artemis, How to Draw Artemis. We're going to be drawing the NASA lunar terrain vehicle. It's really, really cool. So I hope you come Monday. I hope. Let me zoom in on that so you guys can see it. This Monday night at 6:30. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to say goodbye to my social media guys, and we'll continue with my Zoom class. All right, so bye social media. So we'll go bye to that guy. And now, so we ended Instagram, and I ended Facebook. Goodbye, Facebook. And we end YouTube.